Tennis star Novak Djokovic has won his court battle over the cancellation of his visa. The government has been ordered to pay his legal costs. For more, reporter Catherine Murphy joins me now from Melbourne. Hi, Catherine. Take us through the details of this decision that's just come through in the last half hour.
Hi, Casey. What an incredible, dramatic day it's been. As you said, that visa cancellation has been quashed by Judge Anthony Kelly. It was a bizarre day. The proceedings started late, Casey. There were a lot of technical glitches with the link that the world's media was using to watch the case. When it finally got underway, we couldn't even watch it. Throughout the day, we got about 5 links. The day started with Novak Djokovic's legal team making 3 hours of submissions as to why that visa cancellation should be quashed. Now, the basis of their entire argument was that Novak Djokovic, the world #1, had gone through the process of the Australian travel declaration. Now, everyone that travels to Australia right now has to go through that process. His legal team said he did just that. During that process, Casey, the key part of it is where you declare whether you are vaccinated, and there's an option to upload proof. In his case, he would have been saying no, he wasn't vaccinated, but that he had a medical exemption. His legal team said even though it wasn't mandatory, he supplied that documentation at that part of the process, which he didn't need to do. He did that, and of course that medical exemption was granted to him by the Victorian government and Tennis Australia. His legal team said, what else could he have done? And the judge echoed that. He said, what else could the man do? At that point, it was looking really good for Novak Djokovic when it was adjourned for lunch. Now, lunch went longer than expected. There was a further delay. Then, when the government started their representations via their QC, Christopher Tran, he requested more time to prepare. Then, when proceedings resumed, all of a sudden it was over. The judge announced that the visa cancellation has been quashed, and what that means is Novak Djokovic is free not only to leave detention, but he is free to play in the Australian Open. And as you said, not only that, the federal government must foot the bill for his legal costs, and they would be big. He had 2 QCs in his corner compared to the federal government's one. I spoke to a legal expert who told me that she thinks those costs would amount to about $50,000 a day. Now, there still could be a twist in this story. We may not have reached the 5th set, as they say, quite yet, Casey, because, as the judge said, there still is the potential that the Minister for Immigration and Citizenship, Alex Hawke, could use discretionary powers to cancel the visa anyway. And that is what QC Christopher Tran said before proceedings ended. And the judge said he was quite concerned about the possibility of that. But right now, Novak Djokovic is free to leave detention, and he is free to play in the Australian Open.
A very long, busy day in court, Catherine, and perhaps one of the most watched live streams that the federal court's ever had in Australia. We've just been seeing some pictures, though, ever since that ruling came through a short time ago, some pretty jubilant scenes outside the court. Absolute
jubilation. Novak Djokovic has had a lot of support in Melbourne, and those supporters were very happy. Have a listen.
Catherine, I think we've lost those supporters speaking outside the court there, but we can see some very, very happy supporters of Novak Djokovic outside the court there.
Yes, there were indeed. Now it will be fascinating to see what happens in the next few days, Casey.
Indeed it will, and much more quite possibly to play out from this as the federal government considers if it will take another move in this ongoing saga. Catherine Murphy in Melbourne, thank you for bringing us up to date and following this court matter all through the day.